Look what I found. Who does this belong to, Mum?
Careful, that's special.
Read me a story, Mum, please. Who's that in the picture, Mum?
This is your grandfather, and this is the special book that he wrote.
The writing's so small. What does it say?
It's about his life, and there's no other book like it in the whole world.
Long ago, when your grandfather was a young man, he was wrongly put into prison because of what he believed in. It was a very cruel, frightening, and lonely place. Your grandfather suffered greatly during the 5 years that he was in prison, and the only things that kept him alive were hope and his love for your grandmother. In this prison, there was only hard work, little food, and incredible sadness. Your grandfather convinced one of the prison guards to bring him small pieces of paper and a pen in exchange for giving up his already tiny food rations. Even though he was exhausted and hungry, he would painstakingly write miniature words on small pieces of paper that slowly became his story as the years went by. Towards the end of his time in prison, your grandfather knew that if his precious little book was discovered, it would be destroyed. So one day, while he was out labouring in the fields around the prison, he secretly buried his little book under a rock. Your grandfather tried to escape, but was captured on his first 2 attempts. He finally succeeded on his 3rd try. Later, when it was safe to return, he went back to that rock and recovered the book. Years later, when he finally married your grandmother, he showed her the book and told her all the thoughts, feelings and words that had kept him alive during his time in prison. We are so lucky to have this special book now. It is all we have left of the wonderful man your grandfather was. He may no longer be with us, but we can still know about his life, his thoughts and dreams. This tiny book meant so much to your grandfather that he was willing to sacrifice and risk his life to write it. I've kept it for you, and you should treasure it for your children and theirs in the future, so that your grandfather's story is never forgotten. Imagine if you could bring your life story to your loved ones and future generations. They could hear your story told in your voice, feel the special moments of your life, picture them in their minds and then return to live them over again. You can decide how you want to be remembered. No one knows you better than yourself, your history, what you value, your cherished experiences, and life's lessons. These are all collections of the truth of who you are. People remember stories. Stories can help transport us in words and images to a different place and time. Even though our visit may be brief, we'll always possess the things of value that we find there. Story is one of the most precious and wisest gifts we can grant. Some of the most extraordinary stories come from ordinary people. Your story matters. Don't let the opportunity to record and preserve your story pass by, because nothing is as regretful as leaving questions behind, words left unsaid and deeds left undone. It's your choice. You owe it to yourself and your loved ones. Imagine your unique lifetime, published and preserved in a quality hardback book. There's nothing else like the priceless gift of a PhotoStory book. For a limited time, PhotoStory Books are offering a bonus with every life portrait and memory book package. Don't delay, call us today because you don't want to have regrets tomorrow. Creating your PhotoStory book starts with a preliminary discussion where the process is fully explained and all your questions are answered. We also ask a few questions to gain a brief outline of your story, provide suggestions and advice on organising images, and schedule a time for the interview. The 2 to 3 hour interview is then conducted by a qualified journalist, is digitally recorded and followed by photography if requested. Personal photos are then collated and taken to be digitised. The process is totally in your control and entirely enjoyable. All the hard work is done for you behind the scenes. Over the next few weeks, your interview is professionally transcribed and written. The book is then designed, edited, and laid out. You receive a draft copy to check. After your personal approval and confirmation, the book is sent to the printer and binder. Your completed and beautifully presented PhotoStory book arrives, complete with your oral history, at no extra cost. For a complete package, you can choose the PhotoStory book video, so that your loved ones get to hear and see your story live. This is a professionally edited video recording of your interview that allows others to experience your mannerisms, expressions, and feel your presence as you tell your story. We use high-definition recording cameras, quartz softbox lighting, stereo sound, and interview techniques that will put you completely at ease and make you look your best. How would you like to be remembered?